Hi guys, welcome to Leisure Podcast. My name is Favor Ogbe and I'm here with
Oklo Jefta.
And Matthew Joseph.
and on today's episode we'll be addressing your most frequently asked questions. So Mr. Matthew, what is the most profitable real estate investment in Nigeria?
Well, when you talk about most profitable real estate investment in Nigeria, there are actually more than one. It's not just one. Now, when you're talking about real estate investment, we're talking about the residential, commercial, the shortlets, or even land banking, long-term investment. So all these are actually very profitable as far as real estate is concerned. But it now depends on what is your goal. What are you looking for in an investment? Are you looking for a long-term investment or a short-term investment? Now, when you know what you want, then that's when you actually know which of the investment portfolio that you want to key in or put your money into. Now, I'm talking about residential. Now, residential real estate investments, the returns are actually on the high. Now, these returns is when you hear that landlords make their money in their sleep. But before they went to sleep, they actually worked, they did something before they went to sleep. Because for you to have a residential property, it's either you're buying an already finished building, you put it on rent, or you buy a landed property and then you develop it from scratch. So this thing varies. And as we're moving on in this discussion, I'm sure people will understand what actually they are looking for in an investment.
Let me get you there, yeah. You see, when you talk about real estate properties, right? You can have a real estate property without having a single block on that land.
Of course.
Now let's go to this. There are people who have what we call in Nigeria tipper garage.
Sure.
Now you buy a land, maybe in acres or in hectares,
It's
and
also
then
real estate.
you leave it for those who drive these heavy duty cars to come and park, because they need somewhere to actually park their car, a secured space, because they cannot always be parking on the road.
Yeah.
And then you are generating returns because they have to pay you for that land that you own.
And the income they generate is a daily
On daily, because you provide security.
Yes.
So real estate goes vast. It depends on what you want, what type of return you want to get. Do you want a long-term investment? Do you want a short-term investment? Because even in residential, what you spend, the capital you use to develop a property, before you recover the capital and then start getting your profit, it takes time.
It takes a while.
It takes a while. So if you go into commercial as well, now whatever return you are expecting, you need to look at the type of investment you put in before you begin to get your returns.
Now, talking about commercial properties.
Okay.
Now, commercial property is also another portfolio in real estate investments.
Of course.
Now, commercial properties are very vast. Do you know people engage in event centers
Sure, yes.
to make money? You get, like you mentioned, the car park. It's also a commercial property. Now, event centers, we like parties in Nigeria. There are a lot of events that go on. We also need a secure space where you hold such events. Now, worship centers also now pay rent in some of these properties to hold their services, their worship services. All this generates income. Office spaces are there. And virtually everybody now owns one company or the other, and you need an office space where you can run your business, where people can locate you and visit you. This is also another aspect of real estate, and all this helps you to generate income so long as you have a good manager that can run these facilities for you. Is it the Airbnb? Is it the shortlets? Or what have you? What can you think of as far as commercial properties is concerned? I haven't heard a conversation of recent. Even the yacht on the sea is also a form of real estate. Yes, people go in, do vacations inside the yacht. Of course, you pay for those things. And these things also turn in income, revenue on daily basis. I heard somebody talking about film villages, what have you, game villages, that actors and actresses come to live, stay, shoot movies. The longer they stay, that's how your income keeps generating and it keeps rising. And before you know, you have recouped your investment and you are already now turning in returns on this same investment.
So are you now trying to say that there's none more profitable than the other?
Of course,
No,
that
you
is
can't
not
say
what
there's
I'm
none
saying.
more profitable than the other.
Exactly, you get what we're trying to say here is for you to invest in real estate and actually profit more in real estate, you really need to know what you're looking for.
Oh.
Then you really need to know how much you have before you want to venture into this investment.
That comes in because
You
you
get
cannot come to invest in a $100 million field with 1 million naira, and
and you don't expect to get the same return to somebody who is
it's like
investing
buying, it's
100
like
million.
buying bank shares.
You get-
It's like
yes.
buying bank shares. You cannot say you are buying a share of 3 naira with 3,000 naira, and you want
Or
your
10,000 naira.
you want your quarterly returns when they are
Yeah,
paying
when they are
when they are paying
declaring
dividends.
benefit,
Yes, when they are paying dividends, you can't
You can't
expect
get the
your
same
quarterly
amount.
returns to be as high as someone who invested 2 billion naira.
And mark you, this is not
That's
MMM.
it. It is not
You
MMM.
get so whatever you put in is what comes back to you. So know what you're looking for. You're looking for a long-term or a short-term investment. Then of course all are very profitable. So that's just
Alright.
what we're saying.
Thank you, Mr. Jeffler. Thank you, Mr. Matthew, for those beautiful responses. So now, Mr. Jeffler, this question is for you. How do I verify land ownership and avoid getting scammed?
Oh, this is. I think Mr. Matthew is in a better position to
Okay,
be
Mr.
answering this
Matthew.
question.
Well, talking about verification of land, I think we've had some of this discussion even on this same platform and
Yeah.
another platform. Now, land verification, as simple as it is, you get, is one of the most difficult thing to do for some individuals. There is no how and no way to verify land ownership. When you're talking about verification of land ownership, you're talking about the verification of the titles.
Yes.
That's the title document that the land you intend to invest in or you intend to buy holds. And how do you do that? First off, you need to even verify the company that you want to buy into. That's one of the first things. Are these companies credible? How long have they been in this business? Do they understand the business? You understand? So when you've had all these things done, that's when you now go to the verification of the title. So where do you go to verify these titles? In various cities, it is different ministries, government agencies. Now in the Federal Capital Territory, we have the AGIS, which is the Abuja Geographical Information System. And in Lagos State, I also know the Lands Registry.
Yeah, that's under the Ministry of Lands and Surveying.
So,
Lagos,
yes. So these are the places you go for verification of titles. And mark you, these ministries, if you are not careful, you also fall into the hands of touts who will not give you what you're looking for. So it's very important, in order for you not to fall victim of fraudsters, you do this due diligence before you buy property. Very, very important.
All right, thank you, Mr. Matthew. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you
Jeffler.
very much.
So you've heard it all. There is no most profitable real estate investment. And please,
At all.
before you
They are
invest,
all profitable.
make sure you verify. I remain Favor Ogbe. Thank you for joining us on this podcast. Make sure you like, comment, and share. Thank you.
Thank you all. Always keeping your real estate journey in
Check.
check.